All right, Sound of Freedom. We have English subtitles. I skipped to a random point in the movie to see if the subtitles worked, and the line was, "We'll get the pedophiles all right," which is very funny. Love it. Usually when you download subtitles, they're .srt, but this time, for some reason, and I've never seen this before, but apparently it's a subtitle file format, it was .ass. So this is a new first ever .ass subtitle watching film. So that is another it's an ass file. Literally, I'm not even kidding. It's so funny. I've never seen it before, but that's the subtitles we got. The movie that no one wanted you to see, including AMC, who were not forced to show the film in theaters, but did, made a lot of money doing so, but apparently we're trying to prevent you from seeing it because some of the theaters, the air conditioning didn't work. So, yeah, a lot going into this movie, and obviously the predictable response before I even begin this film. The predictable response is, oh, you didn't even give it a chance because of the conversation surrounding it, right? I feel like I go into movies pretty fairly. I feel like even if I have certain expectations, those expectations can be broken. Case in point, the Lego movie and a lot of other films. We'll see what this is. I feel like I have a pretty good barometer for what I will or will not enjoy. I'm not expecting this to be an uber, Christian sort of like, ooh, it's only about the politics. I'm just expecting it to be a very bland and boring movie that was only ever propped up because of the marketing campaign of the whole like, oh, they're trying to stop you from seeing this, bros. And if you don't support this movie, you're a pedophile. I honestly hope, because I'm aware of the post credits scene where they try to do like a multi-level marketing scheme, like a pyramid scheme sort of. Oh, and you share with your friends, and like you gotta. I guess it's not a pyramid scheme. They desperately plead for people to use the QR code sort of thing, the grift. I hope that's in this copy that we're watching. I hope that that's actually in the end credits, because that's the thing I want to see the most. Anyway, without further ado, my subtitles are working. My audio track is working. So I guess we're going to watch this, and I'll let you know. I'll just make sure everybody has the right time code. Mine starts with a filmed entertainment logo is what it starts with on my end. I'm going to force out one more tiny P before we start. So just give me 1 second. All right, we back. Everybody get ready, spaghetti. I'm going to start the film. In 3, 2, 1. All right, well, Amazon's copy starts with Angel Studios logo. I'll let you know when that happens. That's right now. Now. That was Angel Studios. That was about 9 seconds into my copy. So the reason why I never watched this film is because based on the trailer, it looked boring. It's the same reason I didn't watch Cuties. I'm like, damn, this looks like a boring French movie, and this looks like a boring American movie. All right, here we go. I'm just glad I was able to find a copy of this, despite the deep state preventing me from doing so. They didn't want me to see the FBI, CIA, the everyone but Donald Trump apparently in the government. They don't want me to see it, so I'm glad. I'm glad I'm able to watch it. Me IRL. I wonder if this made Critical Drinker's top 10 of 2023. Did he make a top 10? Her fake ass smile in the background is so funny. Man, if it weren't for that little girl's terrible performance and obviously direction guiding that performance, if it weren't for that, this would look like a normal, competent movie. Everything otherwise is like perfectly competent. There's nothing out of place. Like this is not terribly directed or anything so far. Just if you're gonna have a movie with a lot of children in it, and if they're gonna play an important role in your story, you got to learn how to fucking talk to them. You got to learn how to like fucking work with them and their parents. Spend a little bit of extra time with them. They're not like adult actors. You can't just expect them to like carry a scene, and you can't have such little expectations for them and the audience that you can just be like, oh, whatever, it's fine, they're cute. I hate that shit. Bullshit. Do you think that the marketing strategy from the beginning was just like try to manipulate like old Republican people in the United States? Like the freedom is in the title of the movie. The word freedom is in the title of the movie. How much more explicit can you get? Like, could you imagine if like one of the top 10 movies of the year was Sound of Trans? Like just how easily manipulated like the left could be. Don't get me wrong, there's some examples of like some similarities there, but that's basically how explicit this film is. It doesn't matter what the content of the film is. In terms of how they marketed it, big government doesn't want you to see this. And just how everybody fell in line, fucking Ben Shapiro, Critical Drinker, etc. Just like everybody got their fucking cue card. Why would you not like the movie? It sounds like you're a pedophile, Tim Pool. Sounds like you're probably a pedophile if you don't like the movie. Could you imagine? Sound of Trans. That's literally that's like basically what the title would have been. What's that fucking dumb movie that was at TIFF that nobody cared about? The gay musical with ew. Oh, maybe this is why Republicans like it. Is because the girl was doing a fucking like because they wanted to see a little child do that in a movie. They were like, ugh, I'm so mad that I'm horny. Dix the Musical? Yeah, it's like if Dix the Musical was like in the top 10 movies of the year. Like nobody gave a shit about that. Oh, fuck. Now it's number 20. The sound design is a little over exaggerated here. What the fuck? Looks like he won't be finding any freedom anytime soon. Oh! Shit! Fucking dang it! My baby. Maybe I shouldn't let them run around in the streets in Guatemala or wherever the fuck. Oops. It's sad because they're children. They're kidnapping all the children so that Donald Trump can have sex with them on Epstein's Island and then save them later. Freedom of sounding. Perhaps conservatives liked this because it helped them imagine or inspired them to go to a website where they can select little children to have sex with. There's like when the level of like hysteria is that blatant, you have to start thinking about projection. He's uploading. I don't think it was Silent Hill music. You wouldn't upload a child. Is he Mexican? Or Jewish? Certainly not white. Get this non-American out of here. Those are funny ways to label your child porn. 0 through 6 years. That's great. Damn, this is fucking hilarious. This is great. This is literally just like make old people scared the movie. This is so funny. It's a messed up world, man. Because it's babies. It's babies. Yeah, the kids' faces. I feel so sad because it's kids. Murder's like cool, but like, you know. 288. Yeah, you know, no big deal. Yes. Get the pedophiles. Yes. Oof. Okay, this is funny. I'm hoping the rest of this movie is this funny. I'm really hoping. I should have watched this earlier if that's the case. This is fucking hilarious. This is like we have Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu at home. The rest of the movie is funny. Will I give it a 10? I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It's been like 13 minutes. We've gotten a lot of nothing. This doesn't look like freedom to me. This looks like the opposite of freedom. Oshinsky, is he Jewish? What kind of last name is Oshinsky? Oh my god, it is Jewish. Oh my god, it literally is. It literally is. That's so funny. I really didn't think it would be this explicit. I didn't think it would be this like fucking. I thought it would just be like a normal boring movie. Oshinsky, Jewish variant of Osinski. Wow. Literally Jewish last name. It's a Jew. The Jewish pedophiles, obviously. This is so fucking funny. Everywhere, all at once. What? Gaze at these little kids. What? Sorry? So he is pretending to like little children, right? Is that the Republican dream? Just pretend your whole life? Yeah, in the context of the film, he's obviously lying because he's the good guy. It'd be crazy if I watch through this and find out, like, oh, they're cheering for an actual pedophile. Light both. Don't give him one. Don't give him one. Smoke both in the same. Come on, just smoke both. Don't give him one. That'd be so funny. Damn. Todd Haynes is openly gay? I had no idea. Despite his movies being openly gay, got him. Now I'm a pedophile. Oh, we got him to confess? Was that it? Got that Jew bastard. Got that bastard with the Jewish last name who was trafficking children and being a pedophile. Got that ass. Damn. If you don't like this movie, you're a pedophile, actually. Why would you say anything bad about this movie? Unless you're a pedophile. Quote, Tim Pool and Critical Drinker. And I'm not making that up. That's essentially what they said. It's basically verbatim. Why would you not like the movie unless you're a pedophile? At which point you have to assume that they're pedophiles, right? Like, at which point you have to assume, like, if that's how your brain operates. Like, literally, like, how the fuck can you say that out loud unless you're a pedophile? Literally. We'll see. Give it 10-20 years, maybe they'll get some news coverage. You never know. This guy, I've seen him before. Charlie Kirk. It might have been Charlie Kirk instead of Tim Pool. I might have been wrong on the Tim Pool thing. Charlie Kirk definitely said that. I might have confused Tim Pool and Charlie Kirk. They both serve the same purpose in a lot of ways. It's funny how often they say his last name. It's almost like they're trying to drill something into your head about the character. It's funny how I looked at him, and even before they said his last name, I was like, okay, is he Jewish? Is he Jewish? Like, they're very much trying to instill, like, a very particular belief into the reality of this film, right? It's very funny. Oy vey. I love how fucking overly serious this is. The big glasses, the big nose. Oh my god. Kiss him. He's probably secretly gay too. Because all gay people are pedophiles and Jewish. Oh, I don't act on my fantasies. Look at his bad haircut too. Is he still that gullible? Wow. I need to fuck that boy. Need to fuck them boys. Yum, yum, yum. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Did Ben Shapiro comment on this movie? Am I making things up? For sure, Critical Drinker and Charlie Kirk. For sure. Those two are confirmed. It's funny how much Ben Shapiro parrots the ideas of people that want him not to exist also. that think that your entire culture is responsible for like the degradation of the societies around the globe. Of course I saw the Ben Shapiro rap. It was not worth reacting to. Yeah. He's so little. Okay, this is funny. My God, he's so little. Oh my God. Like, how were the QAnon folk like crying at this point or what? The ones who thought that like the theaters who were screening the movie were trying to stop them from watching the movie, even though they could have just not screened the movie in the first place. They had no legal obligation to. Were they crying? My God, he's so little. I'm serious, bro. Serious, bro. I'm not your friend. Dirty Jew. Dirty Jew bastard. Yeah, I'm a pedophile. Don't trust me. That's great. It's always fun seeing like the shower fantasies of demented people played out in film format. You know? Like that's what this is a shower fantasy. I'm going to save the children by pretending to be a pedophile. it provides a good cover. Because now Republican folk can just be like, no, I was pretending to be a pedophile to save the children, as undercover, as a pedophile, to gain intel. Thank you, Krangle Dangle. Scott saw this in theaters. Like, what the fuck? This was playing in Canadian theaters. Usually America-centric hits, like God's Not Dead or Heaven is for Real. They're big in America, but you don't see them in Canada. This one was playing in Canadian theaters somehow. Isn't that insane? That's fucking nuts. Aww. He's so little. Yeah, duh. It's the pedophiles that like the little people. Duh. Doy. Doy. Did Jim do it? I think Jim did it. But he was he was undercover. He had to rape the boy to pretend he was a pedophile to gain intel. That's the cover. American burger.
Oh, yeah, big truck, American burger, yeah.
Like, imagine. Okay, just for a second. Okay, if you're a conservative watching this and like being like, "Oh, you're not giving this a fair chance," you're watching my stream. Imagine you're watching a film called Sound of Trans, and they say like trans burgers at the top, and then like fucking non-Tesla electric fucking e-bike just scoots across the screen like a fucking recumbent bicycle. Guy's wearing like a fucking trans flag and a pride. That's literally like that's the inverse. You don't understand how obvious and how egregious it is. You don't understand because you're conditioned. You don't understand because it's a part of you. It's as egregious and as obvious and as stupid. You have to understand. People, it's so crazy how like much of a bubble someone can get in where they don't realize that they're like, whoop, just off to the side being like a caricature of themselves. Don't see anything particularly fucking weird about it. Okay. Jesus. That was so funny. I like based on what people said, like I didn't think it was as explicit as this. I wasn't expecting this. This is so funny. Yeah. And if the whole it's just
America burger, pickup truck, yeah. Yeah! Oh, yeah!
all these foreigners and Jewish people raping our kids. Not priests, obvious, not religious folk. Not specifically heads of religious organizations and religious organizations covering up those child abuse incidents. No, that does not happen actually. No, it's foreign and Jewish people specifically. And that is the story we're talking about here. That's the story they don't want you to know about. They don't want you to know about that child trafficking is a thing that happens. AMC is trying to stop you from finding that out. The employees are in on it, even though they're screening the movie. That's the fucking craziest thing in the world. It's like literally just to believe that like, oh, because a projector went out or like the lights turned out or like they had to restart the thing or they had to cancel the screening or the heat wasn't working or blah 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 blah. Any one of those fucking things where they like posted on fucking TikTok and Facebook and all this shit. You have to understand that these are people that have never been outside before. Because within the fucking past 2 years, I've had like 3 separate screenings where like those things have happened. I'm a guy that watches a lot of movies, right? The screening for Inside with Willem Dafoe completely canceled. I went to the theater to go watch the movie. They were like, "Oh, we canceled it because nobody bought a ticket." I'm like, "I bought a ticket." They're like, "Yeah, it was just you and one other person." So I canceled the screening because it wasn't popular enough. Right? My screening for Old, fire alarm went off in the middle of it. Sorry, not in the middle of it. Before it even started. I had to buy tickets somewhere else. They canceled the fucking screening. They got rid of the entire thing in the mall. My screening for A Prophet, the reel burnt up. It was crazy. It was a wondrous thing to see. Had to leave. Didn't get to finish the movie. It was crazy. My screening for Neil Breen's Cade, A Tortured Crossing that I saw in Waterloo, Ontario. Was it Waterloo or another city in Ontario? Air conditioning wasn't working. They advertised air conditioning. It wasn't working. It was a miserable experience. Lovely experience because of the movie, but miserable because of the heat. We got ice cream. I spilled it all over myself in the dark. It sucked. I had ice cream all over my pants. And not once did I post a video to Facebook or TikTok. Oh, yeah. Get punched, little bitch. Sorry. Not once did I post a video to Facebook or TikTok saying, they're trying to stop me from watching Neil Breen's Cade, A Tortured Crossing. Or M. Night Shyamalan's Old. They're trying... The theaters themselves are trying to stop me from watching this. Even though they are not legally required to screen this. And they decided to do so anyway. And I wound up seeing it still. Whether at the same theater or at another theater. Like, literally, you'd have to be insane. Damn, why do so many religious people believe in conspiracy theories? Why is that? Why do you think that is? Why is there such a huge crossover? Damn, this movie has only been going for 30 minutes. I'm so upset. I thought it was like an hour and a half through. Oh boy, we're in for a long one here. That's the exact opposite of the last one we watched today. May, December, that was good. Oh boy. Ooh. Is it like a weird fantasy that these people have where they get to like stare a child deeply in the eyes? They're like, oh no, it's not sexual. I love you though. You've been so hurt. Let me hold your hand. Let me grab your butt. I'm CIA. This is my crime scene. Oh. All right. Don't get abducted again so quickly. Just gonna let him run away like that. All right. So sad. There's a lot of old men kissing little boys in this movie, hugging them. I'll protect you from the pedophiles, and I'll kiss you. Kiss you all over. It's okay, I'm not Jewish. He's tall. Could you come at night? This is so funny. Oh my god. It's so I can't imagine like because obviously the me watching along to this in real time is going to attract some like deranged, demented people that take this movie uber seriously and have not seen like maybe another movie in their lives, um, and don't understand the like absolute forced, forced nature of the emotions that they're presenting in this film, and they'll just be like, "Adam, you wanted to make fun of it the whole time. You went into it not wanting to like it. You went into it wanting to hate it." Like, damn, for the first fucking like 5 minutes, I was like, literally, like, aside from that one child actor, it was like fine. But like, holy shit, everything after that point is hilarious. Like, this is so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny how manipulative it is, and it's even funnier how easily the manipulation worked. You have to understand, there's a reason why people like Candace Owens go into the career of grifting is because it's fucking easy. Right? Like, all you have to do is just say buzzwords. Like, it's so easy to understand what you people want to hear on like a very basic level. This bitch was talking about like fucking sexism and race. She had lawsuits against sexism and racism, and then like fucking 2 years later said that they don't exist. Grifter to the extreme. She's convinced so many fucking people. She's convinced so many fucking people. Oh, you're gonna get raped. This is great. That's all. That's also a fantasy of the American justice system. They're gonna rape you. Candace, like, there's a reason why so many people get into that as a business. Completely, like, knowing that what they're saying is not true, but saying it because it's so fucking easy. Like, if you have no moral compass and you're just like, hey, I want to make money, pull a Dave Rubin, pull a Candace Owens. Like there's a very there's a very clear trajectory for these people. Candace Owens like she knows that what she's saying is bullshit. She doesn't have any real beliefs. That's like proven. She's on the Daily Wire. She gets a career doing it because they're like, "Oh yeah, you can say the things that people want to hear," because it's obvious what people want to hear. A particular type of person on the right wing, right? It's just absolute inauthenticity. So funny. So funny is exactly what this is. Which says nothing, I know, but Danielle Smith. Yeah, I'm not in Berta anymore. I haven't paid too much attention to her, but I know kind of what she's about. UCP. Is he Jewish? I'm sad that I had sex. This is like torture porn. This is torture emotional porn for right wingers. This is so funny. And it's what's extra funny is I can already hear the responses of like me finding this funny. Like, what do you think? Like actual child rape is funny? No, I feel like the way that this is portrayed in this film is funny. Yes, I feel like the insincerity that it's portrayed in this film is funny. Where have I seen this guy? What's the character's name? That's what I find so fucking dumb about like the conversation around this movie is like the topic itself should be reason for you enjoying the movie. That's what people said about Precious. That was my first review ever on this channel. And like everybody who's simping for this fucking movie would agree with my review of Precious. Of saying like, "Oh yeah, just because I don't like this movie doesn't mean that I hate black people, obviously. In the same way that like not liking this movie doesn't mean that you're a fucking pedophile." It's a bad movie. And it's overhyped by a certain portion of the population that cannot separate art from politics, apparently. Oh, because of the concept and the message, why would you have anything bad to say about it artistically? Doi. Why would you judge a piece of art poorly if it has the politics and messages that I agree with? You're literally the same people that thought that anyone was racist if they didn't like Precious. You're the same people and you don't understand it. It's so sad. The score is very generic. A gun! I was about to pee, and then I saw a gun. Then I came. Now I don't have to pee anymore because I was just going to pee cum. All right, I'm going to pee. Should I pee? Is it going to be an epic action scene? Vampiro. All right, I'm going to pee. Black. Freedom. How does it sound? Do you like back rubbing kid? Oh my god, it's only 47 minutes through. Holy fuck. Damn, you know what's funny? Better anti-pedophile movie? Caught in the Net. Caught in the Net was fucking... If people actually care about, like, saving children, fucking watch that. It's a documentary. It's fucking awesome. Holy shit. That movie was disturbing. Disturbing as fuck. Watch Caught in the Net. Way better than this piece of shit. Did I say the right title in the movie? Caught in the Net? Yeah, 2020. Sorry, Caught in the Net 2020 documentary. Original title V space. Damn, how do I say this? I think it's from Croatia. Yeah, that's the original title. V City. Damn, nobody's seen that movie? It's fucking nuts. It's disturbing as fuck. Is it not available in North America yet? I don't know. There's one website where I was able to find it, and it's not legal. Jay Voss, you got to say the website. Can we please build a website with its sex hotels of children here, please? Sorry, why does he want to do this? The problem with Caught in the Net is there's like a super censored version versus like a not as censored version. Caught in the Net 2020 documentary. It's fucked. It's a Czech Republic movie. And like barely anyone's seen it. Yeah, what? Oh, I must have seen it for Sundance that year. Yeah, that was fucked. That was like a COVID Sundance movie. It's crazy how fucking boring the past fucking 7 minutes have felt like an hour. It's so boring. Holy shit. Oh my god. Fucking get on with it. Ah. It's so like it's obvious what you're doing. It's not entertaining what you're doing. We're pedophiles. And I'm undercover pretending to be a pedophile. Yeah, I won the 9-year-old. It's so this is literally what I said earlier. Like, is the Republican fantasy like I want to pretend to be a pedophile to kill the pedophiles? Like, I want to role play as a pedophile. Yeah, I want to role play. I want the 9-year-old, not the 15-year-old with pigtail. Yeah, honestly, All of Us Strangers felt like a 30-minute movie when I watched it in theaters. I was like, damn, it's over. Felt like I was in the theater for like 30 minutes. That was good. America! America! Yeah! Who's this guy? Can somebody give me the actor's name? He's so familiar. There's no way he's Teddy in Memento. I don't believe you for a fucking second. I'm gonna ban you so hard. That's not the same person. Yeah. Joe Pantoliano is not that person. Kurt Fuller? No, it's not the Matrix. No, yeah, you're so wrong. It's not Joey Pants. Kurt Fuller is not Joey Pants. That's so funny. Just want to know where I've seen him. Midnight in Paris. Certainly I've seen him in more than that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I've seen him somewhere. I feel like I've seen him in like a TV show or something. Thank you for the sub, DG Legendary member. Also, thank you for the gift sub. It's crazy how it hasn't been an hour. This is fucking nuts. Yes, tell me more. She's 10. She looked like she was 25. She looked like she was 25. Really? She was 14. Really? I think he's lying though. I'm pissed that we're not even halfway through this. This is fucking nuts. The first 20 minutes were so funny. We're not even halfway. It's like some fucking Michael Scott shit. I catch a pedophile in my head. Damn, bro. I'm the secret agent. Like this is why it's so difficult to hear people like the Critical Drinker and Charlie Kirk say, if you have anything bad to say about this movie, then you must be a pedophile. I don't know why you would try to say that this movie's bad unless you're a pedophile. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like that should be like the end of anyone's credibility. Is just saying, not only recommending a movie where it's like, okay, you got the cue because of your political pundits telling you, or like, oh, you got the cue because of like, oh, what you think your audience capture is like. It's not just that. It's you saying, oh, I don't think, why would you say anything wrong about this movie unless you're a pedophile? I don't know why you would try to say this movie's bad unless you're a pedophile. That should discredit you from any conversation ever about art. Because you're not watching it for art, obviously. Obviously, you don't watch these things for art. It's not about art for you, obviously. Like, holy shit. So embarrassing. It's infinitely embarrassing. Jesus Christ. What is media to you? Just parroting your political ideas? That's it? Not even your political ideas, but like films that people who share your political ideas have shared. Trust me, man. If we do nothing like not share this movie, their pain is going to spread. That's totally what they're doing. If we do nothing like not share this movie, it's so funny. Holy shit. Oh my god. The people that fall for this shit so hook, line, and sinker is so fucking pathetic. It's not wrong to like this movie, but to like parrot that shit. If you're not supporting this, you must be a pedophile. You're probably a pedophile. Why would you not support this unless you're a pedophile? Unless you're trying to stop people from understanding that people are pedophiles. Without this movie, people wouldn't understand pedophiles exist, bro. Before this movie, people didn't even know pedophilia was a problem. I didn't. Jim Caviezel. I find it infinitely fucking hilarious that the same people that will just like take the cue, like, ooh, I've heard what my master has said for me to say. I've heard what my audience has wanted me to say about this film, either my audience or like the other political pundits that share the same audience. So I'm going to parrot the exact same information, the exact same things, and even repeat the lines like, "Oh, why would you have a problem with this movie unless you're a pedophile?" Those exact same people call other people sheep. They call other people NPCs, and they say that other people don't form their opinions based on real things, and they only go with what other people are saying. Those are the people that say those sorts of things. Isn't that fucking insane? Isn't that fucking crazy? The world is a sad, sad place. Excuse me while I share a soy jack to show that you are in fact the person who is making an ugly face in this argument. You are the person that is making an ugly face, and I am the victor. I've drawn myself with a not ugly face. I am a Chad. I think I'm going for another pee break. This movie's taking forever.
Going undercover as a pedophile. Dude, I was just undercover. My internet search history was me being undercover, bro. I swear. We're so evil and horny. It's very unchristian of us.
That cheap? 50 models, $100,000? What was the point of Epstein fucking having billionaires on his island? $100,000? That's nothing. That seems so.
Crossing my legs so I see more like a pedophile over here.
Did you say copy minor? What did he say? Hope you find her. Okay. No, why is he Hitler? Why did he do the salute? Just make it To Catch a Predator feature film instead, okay? That would be so much more interesting. Honestly, if Jackass gets a movie, To Catch a Predator should get a movie. Have new stunts. Who plays Hanson? No, I don't mean a fictional film. I mean, that's basically what Caught in the Net was, actually. Caught in the Net 2020 was basically To Catch a Predator as a movie. That was nobody's seen it. Fuck. so boring. Oh my god, this is the most boring movie ever. Every 10 minutes feels like a fucking hour. Holy shit. Heh. I love children. Is this how the islands work? Is this how it works? They all just sit there? They said soy.
Not gonna happen on my watch. I'm a child protector.
In reality, they would be doing drugs, not alcohol. As in, more drugs. They'd be doing some crazy shit. Be doing some methamphetamine or some shit. Probably not fentanyl.
I get to fuck this boy for pretend.
My ass. And my chicken. Dude. People said that if you don't like this, you're a pedophile. Charlie Kirk and the Critical Drinker said that if you don't like this, you're a pedophile. Oh my god. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. This is insane. Look at his face on their left. Oh my god. He's doing the fucking rock eyebrows. Oh, the editing in this. So quick. How they fucking spritz them with a water bottle. Like, come on. I guess he did splash on the face too. It is funny watching the drip. Look at it. Him on the left is a very funny extra. Oh my god. He's a diva. He's so gay. He's super gay. Oh my god. This music sucks. Ew, girls. No, thank you. Yeah, like who cares if the people who made this movie, directors, actors, promoters, etc., who cares if they're full of shit? It's the people who ate it up who are embarrassing. Like, that's fucking. This is monument. Like this is historical. This is a historical piece of art because of those people. It's not even like people who ate it up. It's people who pretended to eat it up. Like, come on. Come on. There's other movies that exist that are about the same subject matter that are like more important and more disturbing. And it's like, oh, wow, how come you didn't hear about that? Were people, was the CIA trying to stop you from finding out that Caught in the Net 2020 existed? Or were you just not politically aware of it because it wasn't a pro America soy boy circle jerk film? Because it wasn't a whole like,
Oh, this is the movie the liberals don't want you to see because the liberals are Jews and pedophiles. Where.
like creating whatever fucking demented fantasy in your head. You're fucking LARPing. Your LARP fantasy. Oh, it doesn't fit my LARP fantasy. It's crazy.
$37 dicks. Oh boy.
We fucked them. We fucked the kid that you liked. We threw him in the ocean. I thought it was close to the end. It's only 108. Sorry. It's only 88 minutes through. We've got 50 minutes left. This is nuts. Damn.
Why would you not like the movie unless you're a pedophile, bro? Why would you have anything bad to say about the movie unless you're a pedophile, bro?
Ah. Dude, you're the same people. You're the same. You're so much worse. You're so much worse than the people that said you're racist if you don't like Precious. That was like a small amount of people. My review was able to like get good reception, right? Like that was my first video ever.
This is the sound of freedom, bro.
This is the sound of freedom. You don't even understand what you are. We will rock you. Rock you. We will rape you. Sound of freedom. Ma'am. We will trick your grandma into watching this movie. This is insane. This is like a movie Michael Scott would make in The Office. I don't like. Could I would be so fucking embarrassed. I would be so fucking embarrassed to say publicly, especially, like, yes, the film, the piece of art that I am told to like by the people on my political spectrum that have largely made up my audience because I make largely political content, even though I may or may not admit it. My content is largely political. The film that is gaining headway right now, yes. Yes. If you don't like this, you're probably a pedophile. I don't know why you would have anything negative to say about this unless you want to see the children or maybe because of the message. The message behind the film. The message behind the film. It's the message that's important, not the art. Obviously the message, not the art.
Reincorporation from the beginning when she was like drumming on the fucking thing, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, the Manx is now a pedophile because of the Sound of Freedom. Sorry, Sound of Freedom. I hate how there's no the. It is so much more boring. Like, holy fuck. How do you make it's I couldn't make a movie this boring if I tried. If I tried to make the most boring movie ever, it wouldn't be this boring. Ugh. It's fucking embarrassing. Legit. Come on. Come on. Does anybody have the timestamp in my critical drinker Russell Brand thing where like he talks about this movie? Because I'm pretty sure he literally says like,
Well, why would you say anything bad about it if you're not a pedophile?
can somebody find me the timestamp? Because I'm going to play that after this in case anybody's confused. In case anybody's curious why I'm like talking about that so much. Timestamp for that and the Charlie Kirk one. Critical Drinker and Charlie Kirk. Those are the two names I keep bringing up. Because it's an insane position. Right? If you're talking about art, that's fucking unacceptable. Not only unacceptable, but like weird that your friends aren't also like, not even willing to acknowledge that that's like kind of an L take.
Hell yeah.
You bet Steve McQueen could have made a good movie about this subject? I bet a fucking million directors that I love could have made a good movie about this subject. Holy shit. It's so boring. Like, no, I don't even believe that the critical drinker liked this. I don't even believe he liked this. I don't even believe he liked it. Like it's so obviously just like, oh yeah, this is the thing I'm supposed to like. Like, come on. When you're saying things like,
Oh, if you don't like it, you're probably a pedophile.
come on. So is anybody actively searching for that quote for me? Just let me know that you're doing that, because otherwise I'm going to have to after this video. It's in my YMS highlights critical drinker video. I think if you download the subtitles and then Control F for Sound of Freedom, then you'll... All right, Femboys found it 1:16:27. All right, I'll leave a tab open. Wow, is that the most replayed part? Holy shit. It's not even a secret. It's literally the most replayed. All right, we'll watch that after. Like, yeah, honestly, like, if you're... come on, like, when was his channel made? Like, if he started making YouTube content, like, 2 years ago, then maybe I'll forgive him, but, like... If you've been around, like, more than 2 years, then that's kind of fucking embarrassing. Joined YouTube September 2006. Oldest video 11 years ago, August 2012. So that's kind of embarrassing. That's kind of cringe. So boring. It's so boring. Ugh. It's so boring. Critical Drinker is making a movie? Yes, and I will be open-minded to it. I hope it's good, honestly. I hope it's good. What a lot of people don't fucking understand, a lot of people who didn't watch my original video but are commenting on it, is that I was very fucking fair and very open-minded to what Critical Drinker was saying. And I know that a lot of people were coming in with certain prejudices against his content, and I thought that I was very fair and open-minded. And I agreed with a lot of what he said about certain subjects. And If he's a good artist and he has good things to say, that's more good artists to the pile. I don't see anything wrong with that. I like indie filmmakers. I really do. I really do. I think that we should encourage more people to make films. Vaccines clean. Sorry, oxymoron. Not possible. Damn, really? Stuckman's movie's coming out this year too. I don't know who Kane Pixels is. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna grab a real beer. Hold on. Oh, the Backrooms guy. So like A24 produced, right? He's like 17 too. Yeah, that's cool. That's dope. Fucking end the movie. It's so long. Holy God. So boring. May, December went by like that. Ugh. What's the point of anything that's happened in the past hour? Narratively, you haven't shown anything new. It's like,
Oh yeah, they're still pedophiles. Yeah, bro. They're still pedophiles. I'm gonna go investigate them even more.
nothing interesting has happened. Literally nothing. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And again, remember, I'm not talking about people that like the movie. I'm talking about people that have stated publicly that if you have a problem with the movie, you're a pedophile. Like that That should revoke your license to be talking about art ever. Come on. How could you say that? You're literally just like you have a copy paste brain. You're an NPC. You heard something that somebody else said and you repeated it. You're an NPC. I'm sorry. You're not a real person. You heard your orders and you repeated them. This is nuts. I do not envy Scoot watching this in theaters. I couldn't imagine watching this without saying anything out loud. Holy fuck. I thought I was going to have 2 drinks tonight. I've had like 10. Just watching this. My personal trainer may be canceled tomorrow. So I was like, oh, bottoms up. Ugh. It would be a sleepy movie if I wasn't compelled to like fucking drink like a fish watching it.
Jimmy boy.
Look, I'm a critical drinker. I'm watching this critically while drinking, is what I'm doing. Piano.
I recognize that tattoo. Say what? I want to rape you.
It's so fucking obvious and manipulative and boring. Like, this is like, how. It's literally just the jingling keys version of like pretend, like, oh, we're trying to stop the pedophiles and they're all Jewish. Dangling keys. It's dangling keys. That's it. It's so obvious and boring. Holy fuck. This is personally like, come on. Is it a coincidence that when I had that conversation with like Mueller and co that they hadn't seen this movie? Is it a coincidence, or did they also kind of know that this is like a bullshit movie? Like, did they also kind of know that this is like a dumb movie and that it would be kind of embarrassing for them to defend this with him, right? Like, right? Do they feel the same way about this or no? Come on. It's pretty like they've talked so many times about dangling keys. They know exactly what that is, and that's exactly what this is. It's literally the same thing. It's so embarrassing. It's so sad. Yeah, exactly. Would I shut this movie off if I wasn't doing a watch along? I mean, if I'm making content about it, I would continue watching it. Unless it's a very specific scenario where it's a film festival where I'm not allowed to watch the movie after a certain point in time because there's a viewing window. That would be the only exception. Hey, Spittersaurus, I'm not claiming that they agree with all of their guests' opinions. All I'm saying is that the intention of the stream that they were on with me talking about the critical drinker, like the whole basis was defending him, right? And it would look very embarrassing if they had watched the film. it would be 1 point. It would be 1 point for me, which was not a part of the trajectory. So I agree. Too bad Drinker wasn't on that stream. It would have been much better if I had a conversation with him instead of people like trying to make up his intentions and like trying to defend him in ways that like maybe even he wouldn't have, and trying to like imagine what he was trying to say. Like that was a weird dumb idea for a stream. But whatever. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not just like defending people uncritically. It's the idea of like defending a point so hard when it's really meaningless, right? Which is why there's a concession for so much of it is just like, oh, like of course that's not worth arguing. But for a certain type of person, it's like every single minute point is worth arguing forever about, and that's when you get exhausted, which is why like a person like me or like Destiny will just go like, oh, okay. Is when when it's like, what's the point after a certain. It's like you've argued over the same point for like 20 minutes. It's like, oh, okay, these people are not only don't understand what I'm saying, but they're not capable of understanding what I'm saying. Then it's like, okay, well, kind of just let it go. All I gotta say is, I don't know if I should say this. I found it fucking weird that I thought that it was like a very oh my god, that fucking thing over his face. That was so funny. Sorry, I'm watching the movie. That was so funny. Oh my god, the editing. Yes! That was fucking hilarious. Wow. Very pretentious. She's not great acting wise. The sound effects. Boom, boom, every punch. It's like a Zack Snyder movie. God damn it. It's so funny. It's so boring. It's so boring. Like nothing. Nothing. Who cares about any of? How? Oh my god. It's so it's not just boring. It's infuriatingly boring. It's AIDS. It's AIDS. This movie is AIDS. I have an immune deficiency disorder from watching this. there's no hook. There's no hook other than
The liberals don't want you to watch the movie.
it's like who I'd love to watch 300 again. It would be much more entertaining than this. What's like? Holy shit! There aren't that many movies that are this aggressively boring. Aggressively boring. This is not as bad as Elemental. No. Nah, Elemental was worse. Elemental was worse. Elemental's worse. I'm sorry. Elemental is much worse than this. I'm sorry. Nah. Elemental did not end faster. I'm not sure. Elemental was a torture movie. I'm sitting at a 2. It's a 2. I don't think it's a 1. I think it's a 2. So far. I'm not gonna pretend like the audience reaction to this is going to change my rating. Like I'm giving a rating based on what the film is. It has nothing to do with like the audience's like soying over it, right? I don't care if Alex gave it 1. I think it's a 2 right now.
Maybe I get to rape you. Is you dead? But for pretend.
It's so boring. It's so boring. I can't believe how fucking boring this is. Holy fucking Christ, this is boring. Holy fucking shit. There's no way. How easily manipulated can you be? Imagine the same scene, but it's like, oh, I'm just trans and I got my surgery. I'm just so trans and I just so totally got my bottom surgery right now. Oh, and then you got like this guy. He's like, I was trying to stop them. I was trying to stop them anti-trans folk from stopping the trans surgery. He rescued a trans person from getting kidnapped from not getting the surgery. And then he's like, oh, I guess shed the single tear here. Oh my God. And he stares deeply into the person's eyes who's trans. They're like, oh, I got my surgery. Oh. And then you watch this and you go like, oh, I don't know why you would think that anything's wrong with this movie unless you hate trans people. Why would you wouldn't say anything bad about this movie unless you think that trans people are bad. Blah. What is art? What is art? I think art is only political. Go fuck yourselves, honestly. Imagine the inverse. Imagine how fucking stupid you are. Imagine how fucking it started, renegade, regarded you are. Imagine that for 1 fucking second. You have no fucking clue what you are. You have no idea. You have no self-awareness. I hate you. You are so fucking stupid.
We saved the trans person from the people that didn't want them to be trans.
Imagine the marketing campaign.
Oh, the conservatives didn't want you to see this movie. The conservatives didn't want you to see this movie.
And then imagine you go on your fucking YouTube channel. Imagine you go like Charlie Kirk. You go and you're like,
The conservatives didn't want you to see this movie because didn't want you to know that you could be twins.
that's how fucking absolutely regarded you are. And you don't even understand it. It's insane. The auto-tune is so audible in this. Jesus Christ. It's not even like Neil Breen funny. It's just like it's pathetic how easily manipulated you are. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. It's sad. Absolutely fucking sad. What is wrong with you? This is pathetic. It's depressing. What the fuck? You absolutely know that if it were like same film, opposite political persuasion.
Like, oh, they're trying to stop me from being twins.
Exact same artistic merit. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's time for you to do something. I'm sad now. It's real! It's real!
Allegedly.
I'm Hitler.
Give me the same message, but a less shitty movie. Like, come on. Give me the same message, but not a movie that's fucking 2 hours and 10 minutes long with no fucking plot. Holy fuck, you people are so easily manipulated. This is insane. I thought I was gonna give this a 2, but like in these end credits, I'm feeling a 1. It's disgusting. I was feeling a strong 2 throughout the film. I was feeling a strong 2, but those last end titles, I was like, holy fuck, this is a 1. It's so boring. Mel Gibson? Uh-oh. Sorry, are we getting the please share the movie thing? I'm gonna pee right now. I hope I don't miss it. I didn't miss it though. Casper, surely that's still coming because that's what I heard about this movie, right? They wouldn't remove that for the digital release, right? Maybe it's only theaters. We'll find out because I'm gonna search it up on YouTube after the fact. So boring. Holy fuck. So yeah, I'm watching the Prime Video copy, I guess, so they might not have it. So I'm gonna have to watch that part on YouTube, maybe. So all of you are watching the part where they say like, please share the movie, because that's the one thing I was interested in. I'll search it up. All right. So I'm gonna watch it. All right. So I'm gonna skip to the end because I don't think it's. I have a feeling it's not at the end of the film because there's no way Scoot stayed that long, and he told me about it. So we're gonna watch this post-credit scene on YouTube. Hold on. And it's just gonna be a theater grab sort of thing. Hold on, everybody.
Thank you all for coming out
Hey, very loud.
and watching this movie. I'm guessing some of you are feeling sad, maybe overwhelmed.
So while the credits go, so why would they not do this in the Amazon version? Come on.
Or even a sense of fear, which is understandable. But living in fear isn't how we solve this problem. It's living in hope. It's believing that we can
Living in fear is not how we solve this problem. It's living in hope.
make a difference because we can.
Oh my God, this is so manipulative.
But I want to make one thing clear. This movie you just watched isn't about me or Tim Ballard. It's about those kids. This film
It's about the kids!
was actually made 5 years ago and wasn't released till now, with every roadblock that you can imagine.
They tried to stop us from releasing the movie 5 years ago! AMC is part of the conspiracy! They tried to stop us!
Being tossed in the way.
Oh my God, this is
And
insane.
the names you see here on the screen took a stand, and they made sure this story could be shown to all of you.
If they wanted to stop you, they still could!
And now all of you have the opportunity to continue telling this story. We don't have big studio money to market this movie, but we have you. And the baton has now been passed to you. You are the storytellers that can get people to come see this film in theaters. Together,
You are the storytellers that can get people to come see this film in theaters together.
we have a chance to make these two kids and the countless children that they represent the most powerful people in the world by telling their story in a way only the cinema can do. For a couple of months, while Sound of Freedom is in theaters, these kids can be more powerful than the cartel kingpins or presidents or congressmen or even
How are are you that easily manipulated? How are you that fucking easily manipulated, you fucking idiots? Holy shit, you fucking idiots.
Tech billionaires. We believe this movie has the power to be a huge step forward toward ending child trafficking, but it will only have that effect if millions of
You fucking idiots. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
congressmen or even tech billionaires. We believe this movie has the power to be a huge step forward toward ending child trafficking, but it will only
I believe this movie is going to be a huge step forward toward ending child trafficking. In what way? Why? We believe this movie will be a huge step forward toward ending child trafficking, was the quote. Do you have an outline? You're gonna tell us how you're gonna spend the funds? Oh yeah, we're gonna end child trafficking by just selling tickets to our movie. Very, 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 very not sus. Very, very not sus, Charlie Kirk and the Critical Drinker. Very not sus.
only have that effect if millions of people see it. We don't want finances to be the reason someone doesn't see this movie.
QR code. QR code. So fucking funny. Angel.com/freedom. Holy fuck. How manipulative can you possibly get? Could you imagine at the end of a movie, they have a QR code and they're like gay.com/trans. Gay.com/trans. That's how fucking obvious this is. You don't even understand. You might be a part of it. You don't even understand how a part of it you are. You don't understand that you're like, whoop, all the way on the side over there. You don't understand that you're there. You're normalized to it. You don't understand that it's as fucking dumb as if somebody shared a QR code at the end of their movie and it was like, we gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop this shit. We gotta make a real fucking movement. Go to gay.com/trans. Gay.com/trans. It's as fucking dumb. How fucking asleep are you fucking it started, regarded, renegade people? How do you not understand that you're the same fucking shit on the other side? How are you that fucking stupid? All right.
So Angel Studios bold
Angel.com/freedom.
We're gonna send these people to gay.com/twans.
How do you not understand? How do you not understand this? It's so obvious. How do you not get it? It's so fucking obvious.
has set up a page.
Angel.com/freedom. That's the link. That's the link. How easily manipulated are you? You're pathetic.
Forward program where you can pay for someone else's ticket.
Angel is the studio. Still, imagine Gay was the studio.
Who might not otherwise see it. If you're able, we invite you to pay it forward by buying a ticket for someone else. Or if your budget is tight, share the already available free ticket.
Oh yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh yeah, we're gonna share the QR code at the end of the credits.
They don't want you to know about this, bro. They don't want you to know about this. They're trying to stop you from knowing about this, bro.
Tickets with as many friends as you can. Join us and millions.
With as many friends as you can.
Pay it forward by buying a ticket for someone else. Or if your budget is tight.
Buying a ticket for someone else. Literally, could you imagine going to a movie? Could you imagine seeing a left-wing film telling left-wing people to buy tickets for someone else to overinflate their numbers in the box office? Could you imagine that?
Ticket who might not otherwise see it. If you're able, we invite you to pay it forward by buying a ticket for someone else.
Buying a ticket for someone else.
Or if your budget is tight, share the already available free tickets with as many friends as you can. Join us and millions of others as we ring sound of freedom and hope throughout the world.
It's such an obvious scam. It's so fucking obvious how much of a scam it is. This is so embarrassing.
And just remember this, God's children are not for sale.
God's children are not for sale. Come on. It's, oh my God, really, Charlie Kirk and the Critical Drinker, really? Like, if you don't like it, you're probably a pedophile? Come on. Why would you say that out loud in public on recorded video? That's insane. That's a very crazy thing to say. Come on. Oh, yeah. Why would you admit that? Why would you say that? Why would you just admit that you're like literally looking for the cue? Like, oh yeah, audience capture. That's fun. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? All right, I think I'll be fair and give it a 2. Sound of Freedom. It wasn't like parts of it were competent, but like holy fucking, like really, this is the movie? This is the movie that you're going to say like, "Oh, if you didn't like it, you're a pedophile." If Drinker did in fact say that, it delegitimizes him as a critic. All right, what was the timestamp? All right, hold on. Like in his lesbians.
In almost every sense of the word gays, in every possible spelling of that word. Okay, so hey, Will, what do you think's happening around Sound of Freedom? What do they object to? Because I've heard, what it is Sound of Freedom. Because someone told me about it a little while ago. A friend of mine actually said, you've got to see this movie, and asked me if I would support it, which I plan to do. But I've subsequently seen people say, it's connected to QAnon, and it's a conspiracy theory movie. But of course, the plot of the movie is about a former Homeland Security agent who's rescuing children from child sex trafficking. What's the issue with that, Will? Why is it caused such controversy?
I mean, honestly, you'd think it'd be a no-brainer. Like, I think we can all come to the same conclusion that children being sold into child sex trafficking is a terrible thing and should absolutely be stopped at any cost. And so a movie about trying, a main hero who's trying to prevent that and trying to rescue children from the most horrifying situations imaginable, wow, that should be the sort of thing that you should really have no qualms about supporting. And
you're saying that what a movie about that is really something you should have no qualms about supporting, is what he said. A movie is something that you should have no qualms about supporting? That merely the subject matter is something that you should support? That's insane. That's insane. A movie's about child sex trafficking, therefore you should have no qualms about supporting it. Make sure that we because what it's about, not about the filmmaking. You person talking about films.
the fact that so many people in the mainstream media are against this, wow, it really makes me question what their values are. I do not understand it at all.
Yeah, I don't, because look, we're all familiar now with like the Jeffrey Epstein.
If people don't like a film, it makes me question what their values are. You're parroting the shit. You're just parroting what other right-wing people are saying. This is such it's literally precious shit. It's literally if you were on the left, and you were in 2009 and you got the memo that Precious is the movie that you're supposed to support, you would say like, "Oh, you're racist because you don't like Precious." You're not real. You're not a real person. You're not making opinions based on what you think about movies. You got the memo politically. That's the issue. Gigantic NPC shit. Oh my god. Like, holy fuck. Were you just like waiting for the cue? Oh my god. So I'm as an RM Brown subscriber. All right, so I didn't even replay that part. So we heard it in 2 times speed. I was hoping that we'd find it in less than 2 times speed. So you're going to have to just deal with that. But Yeah, so that's a part of my
here's
issue.
what-
That's a part of my issue, which apparently was not an issue, was kind of glossed over among associates and friends of Critical Drinker. That was not an issue. That was very much a who cares sort of moment. Who gives a shit? Not a legitimate criticism, among many other things. But anyway, that was funny and sad. Very funny and very sad. I don't think I have time for another film tonight. So I think I'm gonna raid somebody, but holy shit, that was yeah, I think I'll give it a 2, right? Yeah, I'll give it a 2. 2 is fair. I think 2 is very fair. Why would you have any qualms about supporting a movie based on the subject matter? Oh my god, the subject matter is like why you should support a movie, not like the artistic parts about it. Why would you not support a movie based on the subject matter? Cool Cat Saves the Kids is an anti-bullying film. Why would you not support that movie unless you're pro-bullying? Why would you not support Cool Cat Saves the Kids unless you're pro-bullying? All right. We're going to call it a night and raid somebody. Have fun, bye.